Hello, my lovely Virgos. Thank you so much for tuning in. So let's go ahead and grab you guys one of these fun little quick cards. These are so hit or miss for me, Virgo. I'm not going to lie, but some of them are funny and cute. It was one of those things like I didn't realize what I was buying until I already bought it. And it's not a tarot, it's barely an oracle deck. I don't really know what it is, but we'll see if there are any messages here for you that might give us a good little laugh. Yeah. Okay. Spirit, angels, ancestors, please help me tune into Virgo's energy. Help me see what messages need to come out at this time for my Virgos, sun, moon, and rising, however Virgo resonates for you. And of course, cross watchers are always welcome. So we have fuck comfort zones. I am ready to be abundant AF. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful energy. Yeah. And so tying that into protection with 444, I mean, it just definitely feels like spirit is protecting you as you transfer out of this comfort zone. For some of you, it could feel like a time of like big change. And it doesn't, let me be so clear, Virgo, that doesn't always have to mean like a new house, a new job, like these stereotypical milestones that I hear associated with a lot of tarot readings. A big change for you can honestly just mean seeing things in a new way, altering your perspective, allowing in new information. That in itself can be leaving a comfort zone, an old thought pattern, way of thinking, and that can bring you to more mental and spiritual abundance as well. Okay, so it doesn't always have to be tied into this super material thing. Anyways, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Spirit, angels, ancestors, what other messages do you have for Virgo? So we have King of Cups coming out here as your first energy. At this time, it feels like, so in the past, Virgo, you could have been someone who, for lack of a better phrase, kind of like wore their heart on their sleeves, but you were very grounded. Like you never let anyone have like control of you. You never gave over your power, right? So you were empathetic, emotional, caring, and able to empathize, like truly empathize with people, but keep yourself in your own position of power, right? With the King of Cups. Um, I don't know why, but I just heard I'm picking up on like Ice Cube, like the rapper, and whatever else he is. I mean, extraordinaire, the one and the only Ice Cube, right? But there's this group he was a part of. There's a song called Big Subwoofer. So, anyways, that could just be for someone. It also feels like your divine masculine energy right now is super protected, and in fact, gender is non-specific, but if you're it feels like there's a calling to be more in your masculine energy, in order to receive your abundance. And normally when we think of receiving abundance, we think of the Empress, divine feminine energy. So very interesting intuitive message I just got there. Spirit, can you maybe help clarify further for my Virgos, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and for cross watchers as well? What energy do we need to be aware of in the past with this King of Cups? What energies do we need to be aware of? What energies do we need to be aware of in the current moment for Virgo? Spirit, angels, and ancestors. Please only give me the clearest messages for my Virgos. So, King of Cups to Ace of Wands. This intuitively to me feels like Spirit is presenting you with this new opportunity. You guys, this is so random, but I just cut the deck on the Empress, who, like, I literally saw this card in my mind's eye when I mentioned it. So, for some of you, this feels like you could be trying to balance your masculine and feminine energies. If you are trying to work on that, I highly recommend some Kundalini yoga. It could be super helpful. There are certain breath patterns you can try with closing certain nasal passages in order to help balance your energies. So that's something I highly recommend you look into. Yeah. But with the Ace of Wands here, it does feel like, again, especially with this, like, this fuck comfort zones, um, yeah, Spirit's urging you with this new creative project, like, think outside of the box, think outside of the norm, and don't be afraid to really put yourself, like, out on a limb here because you are protected. So, Spirit's saying, like, don't worry, like, we got your back regardless, Virgo, okay? So let's see what other messages we have coming out here for my Virgos. Sun, Moon, Rising. What energies do we need to be aware of further for Virgo as we are moving through July here? I saw on my calendar today there's only like 161 days left in the year, I believe, or somewhere around there. And that was an interesting wake up call for me. I don't know about the rest of you. Okay, so Eight of Wands. It's important to note here, Virgo, this is the only tarot card with no, no, not with no people. Yeah, so with no resemblance of any human figure. Let me put it that way, because Ace of Wands, there's no human being depicted, but there's still like a hand. You can tell it's from spirit, and it's this opportunity, almost like a golden nugget. I just heard. Some of you guys could be Nugget fans. I don't know. I think that's a basketball team. I really don't know. But with the Eight of Wands here, this is communication. To me, this is also trusting the process. This really speaks of trusting in your protection, trusting in your divine guidance, because this is the most ambiguous card. We don't know which way the arrows are coming or going. I kind of like to relate this card similar to a package, right? So we ordered something from Amazon and you're just waiting for that package to come in. And I'm, especially with the Ace of Wands, I'm picking up on this very fiery energy of like, I'm just ready to go, like get up and go. Um, I just heard Coming In Hot. It's a song by Andy, someone, I don't know. It's like kind of more of a rap song, but yeah, really interesting energy. So it feels like you really are having to trust the process at this time, Virgo, with this new opportunity. For some of you, you could be interested in sharing emotions with the divine masculine. That could just be for literally one or two of you. Spirit, what other messages do we have for my Virgos? We have the Hierophant, Earth energy, specifically more though Taurus. Um, some of you guys could have Taurus in your chart or be dealing with a Taurus. This also speaks of higher commitment, hierarchy. I think of two like social hierarchies. So like king, queen, whatever's peasants, And with the Hierophant too, I always kind of pick up on this intuitive teacher, this really sacred, like someone who has sacred knowledge. So in the past, you could really have been working towards a spiritual awakening. And for some of you, this feels like the divine spirit could be actually sending you spiritual downloads and messages with this Eight of Wands. So maybe it's not communication from a person, maybe it's from spirit. Wow. And that would especially help you to graduate to this Hierophant energy. I'm also, something that's really sticking out to me today is the keys. Also, you could just be in a position of power where people are looking up to you, looking to you for answers, for things like that. But with the keys, I just like DJ Khaled, like I got the keys. Spirit, what other messages, please, for Virgo? I'm gonna put these back actually. Spirit, what other messages do you have for my Virgos at this time, please? Sun, Moon, Rising. Oh my goodness. This one just flew right off the counter. So we have the Justice card here. Someone is This doesn't feel malicious, but someone is receiving justice. Maybe this is you, Virgo. This could feel like this is your energy. Spirit is bringing the scales back into balance. There is going to be justice and like not repercussions, but I did want to say repercussions. So maybe for some of you, but it no, but it really does feel like a just and fair energy. With the green being depicted here in the red robe, also important to note that these two are wearing red robes, which to me signifies like authority, knowledge, and divination. Um, but with the justice here with the sword, some of you could be dealing with an air sign. So there could be justice being brought to an air sign, or a fire sign as well for some of you. Spirit, please help me clarify further the justice. You also have two major arcana showing up here. Make that three. Just kidding. Wow. Okay, so the moon energy, Scorpio energy. With this card, I always pick up intuitively. Something that always really stuck with me was that there are two sides to this card. There's like the wild side, and then there's the more tame side looking at the moon. And also, something that I noticed is that the death card actually has these same two pillars in its background. And so to me, this really represents like clarity. And I know that sounds silly considering like typically the moon represents traditionally like illusion, uncertainty, things like that. With this, it actually feels like you are the Scorpio emerging from the water. And Spirit is kind of saying like it's your path to choose. So with the justice here, you reap what you sow. Gotta have grit. You know, oysters come from the sand and the grit. Diamonds are made under pressure. You know, so it's kind of like what I feel like you're at this really pivotal point of like, where do I want to take this in a sense? I hope that is making sense, Virgo. I feel like spirit, a message from spirit is like, you can't just turn to tarot or divination for answers. This feels like very ambiguous in the future. So, you know, if you're worried about what is going to happen in the future, a reminder from spirit, you are more in control than you think. You have free will. You're able to make good, strong choices here. You have a good head on your shoulders, Virgo. So don't forget that and don't let anyone make you question that, okay? And again, you are divinely protected and supported by spirit at this time. And if you feel like you're not, then go ahead and screenshot this affirmation, write it down, say it to yourself aloud, and really mean it, okay? So we have, I feel the loving care of the divine protecting me. I allow myself to pursue growth and opportunity. Absolutely. And intuitively, I picked up on that with the Hierophant here before even reading that. So I hope something here did resonate, Virgo. If so, please like and subscribe to the channel and stay tuned. I'll see you soon.